Hey team, you've got a Honda four-wheeler with the DCT in it and you want to make that transmission last as long as you can. Here are the 6 things that I do to make my DCT last as long as possible. Number 1, first thing I do is I take care of my oil. So the manual recommends that you change your oil every 1,000 kilometers or 1 calendar year, whatever comes first. I check my oil often by just quickly unscrewing the dipstick, and I maintain my oil in the best condition possible. I don't know if you guys can see this on camera, maybe with a little light. I just check to make sure that it's the right color, that it's not milky white or anything like water intrusion. I make sure that it doesn't look like it's got a bunch of debris. My oil is pretty good, but that's the first thing I do to help my DCT, because the engine and the transmission share the same oil. And if you don't maintain that, you're gonna have problems. I did a video on how to change your oil. I'm not going to show you here, but if you want to go back, I'll link it somewhere on the channel here, and you can go have a look on how to change your oil. Okay, so the second thing I do is I check and make sure all the wiring is good, or at least whenever I open up the machine, I take off the cowling or the seat. I like to check and make sure the wires aren't loose. There's nothing in here that's loose or rubbing, or any kind of corroded parts. If you got time, put dielectric grease on any connectors. The DCT is electronically actuated by the switch on the handlebar. And so if you have any electrical shorts or any issues, it will cause havoc for your DCT. Number 3 is make sure you keep your controls clean. I don't submerge my DCT very often, especially not past the handlebars, so it's not a big deal for me, but I like to clean around the buttons, make sure that they're actuating properly whenever I'm not requiring the machine. Make sure there's no grit, no sticks, no nothing jammed in there. There's no tear around these weatherproof boots. Just take a quick look, go over them with a fine tooth comb. Make sure you check this front lever too, same thing, because you'll need reverse. But yeah, this should be a sealed unit. I wouldn't open it up unless you need to. As long as everything's actuating fine, you shouldn't have to open it up. If you submerge your bike, maybe you want to do that, but I would run this one to fail, just in case, because it's probably not likely if you run it over the handlebars that's going to fail. You're probably going to screw up something else. But number 3 is I check on the battery. Since electronically actuated, it depends on the battery as well. So your battery has to be in good health. So to check that, you just lift your seat off, pull out the 2 clips. This is a 2021 model, by the way, so if you don't have the exact same thing, just check your manual. Pull the back cover off, and that exposes your battery. Once your battery's exposed, go ahead and get your multimeter. Put it onto DC volts. Get your leads together. Make sure they're in the right ports on your multimeter. And put this here so everybody can see. And check your battery voltage. Your battery should be putting out 12 volts. So one on one side, one on the other. There you go. 12 volts or more. Your battery's in good health. And number 4 is to check that your charging system's working. So what I'll do is I'll get the multimeter out and I'll check the battery again, but while the machine's running, to make sure that the charging system's working, keeping the battery up to charge. Okay. And while it's running, we're going to do the multimeter test again. Check for voltage. Positive, negative on negative. Okay, so you're charging at, I don't know if you can see it on the screen, but I'm charging at 14.35 volts. That's almost 2 volts higher than the standing battery by itself. So the charging system is working well, keeping my battery up to charge as I ride around. Okay, and number 6, last but not least, is that I put the machine in neutral, and then I just let it roll. I push it back and forth, just to see if there's any binding or anything weird going on. Nothing that the machine needs to work against. So that way when you bang off your shifts smoothly as possible. There's no internal binding going on with the drivetrain or the wheel bearings. Everything rolls pretty nicely in neutral. So yeah, that's my last tip. Last but not least, tip number 7, we'll call it. It's not even a tip. It's not really just to preserve the life of your DCT, but it is a little tip, is that to know where your manual shift is for the DCT. It's on the front of there's like a nut that's on the front of the transmission. If the four-wheeler's battery dies, you can actually start a Canadian model with a pull start. Only Canadian models I hear are sold with the pull start. The pull start's right down here. So as long as you can manually shift your DCT into neutral, you can pull start this machine, as long as you know where 1, the tool is, and where 2, the nut is. So I'll try and leave a little clip from the manual on where it is on the front of the machine. And your tool kit, you should already know this if you own one, is right back here underneath this cover, which we just took off to check our battery. It's on the back side of the cover. Toolkit's there. A copy of the manual I leave there. I still have the manufacturer one that is wrapped in plastic. It's always good to keep that on there. It's just a paper copy. I usually use digital, but I keep that one with me just in case I'm stuck on trail. Anyway, thanks for watching. Those are my 6 plus a bonus tips on how to preserve your DCT and extend the life of your four-wheeler. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, do all that stuff. I'll see you soon. We got a Honda Rubicon. No. Shift this forward somehow. Hold on here. Better remember how to do it. I take care of... Okay, and number 6, last but not least. Okay,